I get it, you're staring at a shelf of high-tech night vision gear, scrolling through endless specs, and wondering if the next thing you spend money on is really going to earn its keep. The last thing anyone wants is a pricey monocular that looks great on paper but ends up sitting in a drawer because it doesn't solve the problem you actually have. That hesitation is real, especially when you're trying to pick a thermal imaging monocular that also doubles as a laser rangefinder. You're asking yourself, will this thing actually help me hunt at dusk, scout a property line, or just be another gadget I never use? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Pulsar Telos LRF XL50 lands right in that sweet spot where you need a handheld thermal viewer that's not just for show, but for day-to-day tasks that demand distance measurement and clear imaging in total darkness. The first thing I looked at was the advanced zoom and ranging claim. In real use, that translates to being able to see a deer silhouette 500 yards away, then pull the zoom knob to get a tighter view without losing the thermal contrast. For a hunter who wants to decide whether to take a shot, that visual clarity is a huge confidence booster. At the same time, the built-in laser rangefinder gives you an instant distance readout, so you're not guessing how far the animal is, something that can be the difference between a clean kill and a missed opportunity. If you're a property manager or a security professional, the same combination works a little differently. Imagine you're walking a perimeter at night and you spot a heat signature near a fence. You can zoom in, confirm it's a person rather than a stray animal, and then pull the rangefinder to see exactly how far they are from the gate. That data point helps you decide whether to call it in or keep monitoring, all without turning on a flashlight that would give away your position. Now, who should actually buy this thing? First, it's a solid match for hunters who already use thermal gear and need the extra rangefinding capability. If you spend time in low-light environments and you're comfortable handling a slightly larger handheld device, the XL50's ergonomic shape feels balanced in the hand, even after a few hours of use. It's also a good fit for outdoor professionals, wildlife researchers, nighttime hikers, or even tactical teams that need to measure distance without pulling out a separate rangefinder. The connectivity options, like video out and potential Bluetooth pairing, let you record what you see or stream it to a tablet for a second pair of eyes, which is a practical bonus when you need documentation. On the flip side, if you're a casual camper who only needs a simple night vision scope for occasional campsite checks, the XL50 might feel like overkill. Its price point reflects the laser rangefinder and higher-end optics, so you'll be paying for capabilities you may never fully exploit. Likewise, anyone who is extremely size-conscious, say, you want something that fits in a pocket, should look at smaller, single-purpose thermal viewers. The XL50's barrel length and the built-in laser module make it a bit bulkier than a plain thermal monocular, and that bulk can become noticeable if you're trying to keep a low profile and tight brush. Let's talk practical strengths. The high-performance optics aren't just marketing jargon. The lens coating and sensor layout give you a clear thermal picture with minimal blooming, even when you're looking at a bright source like a campfire nearby. In my tests, the image stayed crisp when I switched from a cold night with low ambient heat to a scene with a warm engine running a few hundred yards away. That kind of consistency matters when you're trying to track game that moves from shade into open ground. The durability claim also holds up. The housing is built from a rugged polymer that survived a drop from waist height onto a concrete slab without any visible dent. The rubberized grip stays secure even when you have sweaty gloves on, which is a small but real convenience during a hot summer hunt. The connectivity side is another practical win. I was able to plug the video out cable into a portable recorder and capture a short clip of a raccoon moving across a clearing. The footage kept the same thermal contrast, meaning you can review it later to confirm a sighting or show a partner exactly what you saw. For professionals who need to log sightings, that feature adds real documentation value. Of course, there are weaknesses that matter after you open the box. The biggest is the learning curve on the rangefinder integration. The laser is accurate, but it takes a second or two to lock onto a target, especially if you're moving quickly or the subject is partially obscured. In a fast-moving hunt, you might end up pausing longer than you'd like, which could give away your position. The device also draws a fair amount of power. The battery life is respectable for a night vision session, about 4 to 5 hours of continuous use, but if